Hey guys, Mario here. Today I'm going to discuss what I've been up to and the direction I'm heading into. And I think it's something that most of you um, will enjoy hearing. Others, maybe not so much. I don't necessarily want to create a polarized kind of audience where some people remain subscribed but are unhappy, and then there's others that are super excited about where I'm headed. So the transition will be mild, but I can guarantee you it's going to be of much better quality. As I've said on multiple occasions, I will be upgrading my technology, and that's coming up soon. Um, but aside from that, I am somewhat, I don't want to say steering away from muscle building because this is, pretty much my biggest passion, even at the age of 42. But I want to be a little more inclusive of where I think most people are and where, in what most people want to accomplish, because not everybody has this extreme goal of, building 60, 70 pounds of muscle. So for those that are interested in fitness and just leaning down, getting in shape, feeling better, being healthier, that you're definitely gonna love what's coming up. But I think it's something that is beneficial for everyone. That being said, like I mentioned, my passion is with muscle building, and right now I'm in a muscle building phase. I'm in a mass gaining phase, so it kind of is maybe a little bit apparent in the shoulders, chest. I am gaining weight, so, and it's fairly lean weight, which I'm happy about. But I find, the more consistent I am, of course, the leaner I remain. If I skip a day or two of training, then that's when it becomes kind of apparent that I'm, let's say, not letting go, but that I'm not so much focused on remaining lean as I build muscle. That's not my goal right now, but I do think it comes through with consistent weight training to actually lean down. In my case, it's something that does happen. Usually, if I integrate cardio, it definitely happens. Right now, I just have too much going on, too many things happening for me to focus on cardio as well. But I will be doing that soon. In any case, I'm in a muscle building, mass gaining phase, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to pack on as much muscle as possible right now, and it feels good to be back in the gym. I've been training at home for the longest time, like over 2 years. I think it's about 3 years now. And I just recently, a few weeks ago, started, since my last video, training in the gym, in a commercial gym. So it feels great to be back in the local gyms, and getting that sort of energy that comes with it. I don't feel like I need that energy at this stage, but I do think it's a little plus. So all right, guys. So what else can I mention? Where am I headed? What is going on? Aside from just having a little bit more of a general kind of outlook on fitness in some of my videos, because of course there's going to be some that are targeted to muscle building, and that's going to continue to be probably the most prominent part of this channel. But I will be adding some other fitness related things and health related topics. So aside from that, I will also be getting into personal development, because it's something that is maybe even more dear to my heart than fitness and in general, and muscle building. Just having strong self-esteem, uh, increasing your confidence. Has been my journey. Like, I mean, some people just kind of know what they want to do from a young age in terms of career, know what type of person they want to be with, know, they have their whole life planned out, and things go as planned. It's like, I would say it's more luck than anything, but a lot of people kind of are able to follow that path, and are lucky enough to kind of get what they want, let's say, at an early stage. In my case, I was always a late bloomer. There were many struggles I had to go through, and I would like to kind of give back to, you know, the community of people, which is a huge community, definitely bigger than the muscle building community and bigger than the even fitness community. Is, you know, individuals that just need a little bit of a boost, need more energy, need to have a better outlook on life from morning to night. You know, I'm going to be talking a little bit about relationships, not so much. That's actually something I will be writing a lot about, and probably will have some podcasts on the topic as well. Which brings me to my next point, which is I will also be focusing on Veb.org, and Veb.org will be very reminiscent of what's going to be happening on this channel. So all my videos, if anything, full-length videos that are maybe too long almost for YouTube, will be posted there. So maybe hour-long videos, very informative, detailed videos will be placed onto my website. Once again, veb.org. Veb.co, which is focused on marketing and a little bit on technology, is going to be representing my business, which is my day job of building websites, marketing websites. So in any case, right now it's kind of like a mishmash of things, just because I love creating content and offering advice to help others, you know, build their own websites and market their own websites. But I will be focusing on that service very soon. So that's going to be representing my main services site. So Veb.co is for business daytime, and then evening most likely will be focused on Veb.org, which really is going to be a free resource. My goal is not to profit from you know that, and that's why I'm mentioning Veb.co, and that's why it's relevant even to this channel, because I want to, you know, really focus on that as my business and not have to sell products and sell, you know, promote stuff, let's say, through Veb.org. I always wanted to keep that site as minimalist as possible and really just focus on content. But there was always kind of like a struggle, because you do need to, you know, profit from even your time. I mean, you know, we need to live. We live in a, I don't want to say hopefully, but we live in a capitalist society, most of us. And you know, if I as an entrepreneur and I'm not bringing in any bacon, then I can't, you know, I continue doing what I love. But I could separate kind of like the two and keep one as, you know, purely business, and it's very straightforward, and it's a very in-depth service that requires a lot of my time and a great deal of tedious work. And then I have the let's say fitness and wellness and beyond site, which is once again Veb.org, which is just going to be, you know, giving all of myself to you know, my audience, and really hopefully helping you guys with many different things. And I don't want to seem like a jack of all trades, but you know, I am a somewhat self-proclaimed Renaissance man. I am one of these guys that likes to do many things, whether it's because of my ADD or just because of my upbringing. You know, having a father that's more on the architectural side and the construction side of things, creation side, let's say, and my mother being an artist and also a creator, but very different type of creator, so almost like abstract and you know, colorful, and you know, so it's like combining logic and intuition, and really I really am a product of my parents, like everybody else, I suppose. But in my case, it was you know, you're getting people from almost like two extremes of artistry or, you know, creation. So you know, I'm all about content creation, and but I also want to offer like tools, helpful tools. I am also learning how to code out apps and stuff, and all of this is, you know, don't quote me on this, but for the most part, they will be free, and I'm gonna do my best to keep everything 100% free. So that's really my goal. Web.org, it's just going to be an awesome resource. I am upgrading the design behind the scenes. It's kind of running on a new platform, and it's just going to be more advanced, and at the same time very simple, very easy to find what you're looking for. And there's going to be articles, podcasts, videos, once again, kind of like native to the system I'm using. So it will be something separate from YouTube, but I will always kind of, remind you that it's there and let you know when there's a great tutorial or course or something like that. So in any case, all of this is going to be on web.org. So do check it out soon. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you want to drop a comment below, let me know what it is specifically that you like about everything I said, and if there's something that you kind of disagree with, because I know there's some, especially when it comes to these video sharing sites, people tend to be very kind of attracted to a niche, and want to support that niche and want that niche to support them. So when someone steers a little bit away from that, they, might feel like, it's something like that will be taken away from them. But it's really not the case. Believe me, I can only offer you more and better content, even geared towards what you're specifically looking for, if I go in this direction, because it really is me. I can't just talk about muscle building. I can't just focus on, leaning down, and there's so many aspects of even general fitness, and once again, the other aspects that are more so going to be covered on my website than on my YouTube channel. But yeah, there's so many more aspects to delve into that I think are very complementary to your goal of building muscle, leaning down, getting in shape. Even extending to relationships and career, entrepreneurship, marketing. I will offer a lot of advice on those topics through my website, and occasionally I might remind you here. Occasionally I will post a video about that here, but I think the emphasis is always on the individual and bettering yourself. So don't fret, don't worry. I will continue to emphasize on muscle building, um, above all things, and focus a little bit on fitness related aspects, that are very much tied to muscle building. Like, I mean, keep in mind, my goal was, in my younger years, to be the biggest natural bodybuilder of all time. And I still, behind the scenes, I'm kind of like always thinking about that. Even if I'm 42, muscle building, the coolest thing about it is that, you could be in your prime at like 45 years old. So, I'd say up to about 50, even 52, 53 years old, if not more, maybe 54, 55, a person can definitely reach their ultimate potential, whatever that may be. For me, it's always, in my mind, it's always something that's kind of you're chasing, and is, I wouldn't say unlimited, but it's not something you ever really achieve, because I do believe a person can always go further and further. That being said, up into a certain point, because if you are injured or have gone through too many injuries, um, various health issues are maybe a person could be going through these things, and it'll kind of slow them down at some point. So for others it might be in their 60s, but I would say even in terms of metabolism and testosterone levels that are important to muscle building, they do decrease, significantly as the decades go by. So either way, once again, I think, as I've mentioned in the past, muscle building is kind of a young man's game, because younger, men especially, want to build muscle. So guys in their 20s, 30s, but for the die-hard community, it's kind of something we always do. We could be 60, 70, 80 years old even. There's been, guys close to 90 or even I think over 90 that were seriously training in the gym regularly for muscle building. That's always their purpose, whether it's maintaining or, attempting to increase their level of muscle mass. There are those die-hard fans that never stop doing it, and it only, helps them in their life and brings them peace and prosperity in ways that some people can't understand. So, in any case, yeah, the focus will still remain on muscle building, and everything else is very much, intertwined. So, I think you could find a lot of benefit in all of the content I'll be providing. That being said, you can always pick and choose, and of course, I'm not somebody that enjoys link baiting anyone, so my titles will be very relevant and very geared towards the actual content of the video. So you can always just scroll through or do a quick search on my channel. You'll be able to find what you're more interested in. So all right, guys. Anyways, that's really it. Stay tuned, and I'll have more information in the next video. And check out web.org occasionally. Give me a couple of weeks, because as I said, I'm revamping the design. It might be as soon as like next week or so that I launch it, because what I'm thinking of doing is, as much as I had like hundreds of articles that I had not even published to web.org in the past, and a couple of dozen, I'd say, already on web.org, I might kind of like, once the design is ready, and layout and all of that is ready to go, I might actually just start up the site again, and it'll be kind of like a rebirth and starting from scratch, and there might only be like one blog post or one little mini tutorial section or something. I'm really going to be focusing on quality over quantity moving forward. I think that's always the smartest thing to do. With age, I kind of learned this, that quantity is really nowhere as near as important as quality with regards to most things, most niches, and most industries and skills, or whatever you want to help others with. So in any case, yeah, so guys, enjoy what's coming up, and like I said, it might be launching sooner rather than later, and I really hope you'll continue to follow this channel. I will keep the channel up and clean things up, and fix the branding and stuff, and have maybe some better kind of graphics and and whatnot tied to this channel. I will try to make it as unique as possible, given what YouTube hands us creators with. And that's it. So okay, but most of course of what I'll be offering is going to be on web.org. Do check it out. I might have a membership section. Like I said, most if not all of the content and digital products and stuff will be free. So I think it's something you guys are really going to enjoy, and I really hope you'll share it with some of your friends, family members, and really anyone that's interested. Even an old school email goes a long way, and I really appreciate that. If you could just copy the link at the top if there's a specific article, or you want to just send the website, the general domain name web.org, to someone, and say, hey, this is a site that offers a lot of free information, and this person is going to be dedicating a large part of his life to offering this for free, and it's really for no financial compensation intended, really. Like, I mean, even if I might have a product or two to help support the channel, like I said, I have another business that's 100% geared towards generating income. So it's not it's not an issue, let's say, and it's something that I think a lot of people can appreciate, because most people today don't do things out of the goodness of their heart, and this really is that. Like, I don't need to do this. Like, if anything, I shouldn't be doing this, especially if I have another business going on. But it's part of who I am. I always wanted to help others. People used to say, okay, why do you want to do why do you want to dedicate so much time to this endeavor, and why do you want to help so many people? Like, what's really the point of it? And I'm like, that's the point. It's to help others. It's to help others, where I didn't have that sort of help, and speed up the process of achieving a certain goal, and help you to maintain that goal. Because even once you achieve your goal, it's very easy to lose touch, and get off track with things when maybe prior to that you weren't, you were single, and then all of a sudden you're married, have kids, and life changes, things happen, there are deaths in the family. I sometimes mention this, and these are things that really affected me in my life, but I think I could help steer you guys, kind of in the right direction, and get you guys clear on your own path, and make you understand how to listen to your body, and what are the signs that you're on the right track. And some general kind of topics will be, of course, covered, but there's going to be also those very detailed, minute, little kind of nuances, and pieces of advice I think like no one is covering either. So I think it's going to be a really interesting kind of project. So I don't want to say channel again, because it's, once again, it's, I've got the YouTube channel, but I'm also going to have the website veb.org. So do check it out. I'll say it one last time, veb.org, and I'll make sure there's a link that pops up around the time that I say this. And that's it, guys. Once again, do share the channel. It does help get the word out, and it helps create a little bit of a movement. I think more than anything today, we need a little bit of that positivity, and I'm not only about positivity. You need to look at the whole kind of spectrum and look at things for what they really are. I'm all about the truth, and so there are negative things, bad things affecting you, but those negative things are necessary too. So that's what I'm trying to kind of help you guys grasp, even in this moment, that all, like, when I say positive, I'm really just talking about the general vibe of things. Like, I think a lot of people are just interested in financial compensation, control. There are people that are just feeding their ego online, and none of that is included here. So it's the opposite. This is really for you guys. This is for you. Very important that you guys know that, and I think it's going to come across very soon that it is for you. It's not for me. So and my joy really resides, if there is something that's somewhat superficial here, or selfish, it's that I get tons of joy out of helping others. It's I think something that people don't realize in life. You're always chasing happiness, and I've always said there's only two things that I believe can make a person happy, and to take it with a grain of salt. That's just me. And one is children, and the other thing is helping others, and giving to others. And that's some sort of like apples and oranges. Of course, it's completely two different things. But yeah, the unconditional love that comes from having kids, the love you give them, love they of course give back all the time, is like nothing else. And so is helping others. There's nothing like that either. So being selfless somewhat. So if I could be so unhumble to say that, it's humility is kind of like me just saying it, maybe doesn't make me very humble, but that's what it is: being selfless, being humble, and humbling yourself, and giving towards someone that you can help, a community that that's been where you are, that might be on a spiritual level, let's say, going through hell. You can get them out of that before it's too late, before things spiral completely off track, and they lose maybe 10 years of their time. Because even if they refine their path, and it's great, and that's been the case with me in a way, I think a lot of people don't make it out of that. And it doesn't necessarily mean things will end for them, but you know, they could basically enter into a life of pure suffering, you know. And that's the opposite of what I want for you guys. I want you guys to have peace, love, happiness, and you know, all good things and truth in your life. And let's just keep things grounded. And that's also a big thing with my channel and content. You're gonna notice that I'm gonna be very raw with things. Might drop an f-bomb or two here and there. You know, I'm not one of these people that's going to sugarcoat things, and even if I appear initially as that type of person, so you know, I really will be saying it like it is, telling it like it is. So, okay, guys, thanks so much, and you know, hope to speak to you guys, hope to communicate with you guys. I hope to open some you know, kind of open some communication channels beyond even email in the future. Maybe I'll have some webinars and, you know, have people be able to face to face talk to me, and it's something I'd really enjoy. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on articles, maybe podcasts, some videos, and all of this. Like I said, absolute last time I lied. Last time I said this, this is the last time. Veb.org, guys, check it out and do share it with family, friends, colleagues, anyone that you think might be interested. Thanks very much, and we'll definitely communicate very soon. Ciao.